Welcome, seekers of wisdom and transformation. Today, we explore the profound teachings of the 7 Hermetic principles, ancient wisdom that holds the power to reshape our reality. These principles, attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, offer a framework for understanding the universe and our place within it. By grasping and applying these principles, we can unlock our potential to shape our lives and the world around us. The Hermetic principles are not mere philosophical concepts, but practical tools for personal and spiritual growth. They provide a roadmap for navigating the complexities of existence, offering insights that bridge the gap between the seen and unseen realm. As we explore these principles, we'll uncover how they interweave to create a comprehensive worldview that can revolutionize our understanding of reality. Let's begin with the first principle, the principle of mentalism. This foundational concept states that the all is mind, the universe is mental. It suggests that the entire cosmos is a mental creation, existing within the mind of the all or the divine mind. This principle challenges our perception of reality as purely physical, inviting us to consider the power of thought in shaping our experiences. Consider how this principle might apply to your daily life. If the universe is mental, then our thoughts and beliefs play a crucial role in shaping our reality. So this isn't mere positive thinking, it's a fundamental shift in how we perceive the nature of existence. By aligning our thoughts with our desires, we can begin to influence the mental fabric of reality itself.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
Second principle we'll explore is the principle of correspondence. Often expressed as above, so below, as below, so above, this principle suggests that there are patterns and symmetries that connect all levels of existence. What occurs on one plane of reality is mirrored on all others. This principle invites us to look for connections and parallels in our lives. The microcosm reflects the macrocosm and vice versa. By understanding the patterns in our personal lives, we can gain insights into larger universal truths. Conversely, by studying universal laws, we can better navigate our individual experiences. The third principle is the principle of vibration. This principle states that nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. It suggests that all of existence, from the smallest particle to the largest galaxy, is in constant motion. This vibration occurs at different frequencies, giving rise to the diverse phenomena we experience in the world. To understanding this principle allows us to see beyond the apparent solidity of matter. It reveals a dynamic, ever-changing universe where energy flows and transforms. By recognizing the vibrational nature of reality, we can learn to attune ourselves to higher frequencies, affecting positive changes in our lives and surroundings. As we reflect on these first 3 principles, a question arises: how might our lives transform if we fully embraced the mental nature of the universe, recognized the correspondences between all levels of existence, and attuned ourselves to the vibrational essence of reality? This isn't a rhetorical question, but an invitation to deeply consider how these principles could reshape your perception and experience of life. In applying these principles, we might start by becoming more mindful of our thoughts, recognizing their power to shape our reality. After, look for patterns and connections in our experiences, seeking the wisdom they offer, and we could work on raising our personal vibration through practices like meditation, positive thinking, and acts of kindness. These principles aren't abstract concepts to be intellectually understood and then set aside. They're tools for transformation, keys to unlocking a more expansive and empowered way of being. As we continue our exploration, we'll uncover how the remaining principles build upon and interweave with these foundational concepts, creating a holistic framework for understanding and transforming reality. As we continue our exploration of the Hermetic principles, we encounter the intricate interplay of opposing forces and the cyclical nature of existence. These concepts, embodied in the next two principles, offer profound insights into the workings of the universe and our place within it. The fourth Hermetic principle is the principle of polarity. This principle states that everything is dual, everything has poles, everything has its pair of opposites. At first glance, this might seem to contradict the unity suggested by the principle of mentalism. However, it actually reveals the dynamic nature of the universe. Consider the apparent opposites in your life: love and hate, light and dark, joy and sorrow. The principle of polarity suggests that these are not separate entities, but different degrees of the same thing. Love and hate are two extremes of the same emotional spectrum. Light and dark are varying degrees of illumination. This understanding empowers us to transmute negative states into positive ones by simply shifting our position on the spectrum. How might this principle transform your approach to challenges? Instead of seeing obstacles as insurmountable problems, you could view them as opportunities for growth positioned at a different point on the spectrum of experience. By consciously shifting your perspective, you can begin to change your reality. The fifth principle we'll explore is the principle of rhythm. This principle asserts that everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall. It reveals the cyclical nature of all phenomena in the universe. Reflect on the rhythms in your own life, the cycle of days and seasons, the ebb and flow of your energy and emotions, the periods of growth and rest in your personal development. By recognizing these rhythms, we can learn to flow with them rather than resist them. This principle teaches us that no condition is permanent. In times of hardship, we can find solace in knowing that better times will come. In times of success, we can remain grounded, knowing that challenges will eventually arise. This wisdom allows us to maintain balance and equanimity in the face of life's ever-changing circumstances. Now, let's ponder a deeper question. How does the understanding of polarity and rhythm change our perception of free will and determinism? If everything is part of a cosmic dance of opposites and cycles, where does our ability to choose and create fit in? The key lies in recognizing that we are not passive observers of these principles, but active participants. While we may not control the existence of opposites or the presence of cycles, we have the power to choose where we position ourselves within these dynamics. By understanding polarity, we can consciously choose to transmute negative states into positive ones. We can decide to see the opportunity in every challenge, the potential for love in every conflict. This is not about denying the existence of negativity, but about recognizing our power to shift our experience along the spectrum. Similarly, our awareness of rhythm allows us to make informed choices about when to act and when to rest, when to push forward and when to retreat. Instead of fighting against the natural cycles, we can learn to harmonize our actions with them, maximizing our effectiveness and minimizing unnecessary struggle. These principles invite us to view reality not as a fixed, external construct, but as a dynamic interplay of forces that we can learn to navigate skillfully. It will empower us to become conscious co-creators of our experience, working in harmony with the fundamental laws of the universe. As we integrate these principles into our lives, we might find ourselves becoming more adaptable, more resilient in the face of change. We might develop a deeper sense of trust in the processes of life, knowing that every low point contains the seed of its opposite and that every cycle eventually turns dark. But this understanding also comes with responsibility. If we have the power to influence our position within these cosmic dynamics, what does that mean for our choices and actions? How might we use this wisdom not just for personal benefit, but for the greater good? As we move forward, we'll explore how the final two Hermetic principles build upon these concepts, offering even deeper insights into the nature of cause and effect, and the ultimate unity underlying all existence. Are you prepared to expand your understanding further and discover how these ancient teachings can revolutionize your approach to life and reality? As we venture deeper into the Hermetic wisdom, we encounter two principles that profoundly illuminate our role as co-creators of reality. These teachings reveal the intricate web of cause and effect that shapes our world and the underlying unity that binds all existence. Sixth Hermetic principle is the principle of cause and effect. This principle states that every cause has its effect, every effect has its cause. It reveals that nothing in the universe happens by chance. Every event is the result of previous causes and will, in turn, become the cause of future effects. This principle invites us to view our lives through the lens of causality. Each thought, word, and action we engage in sets in motion a chain of events that ripples out into the world. Conversely, every circumstance we find ourselves in is the result of prior causes, many of which we may have set in motion ourselves. Understanding this principle empowers us to take responsibility for our lives in a profound way. So we're no longer victims of circumstance, but active participants in shaping our reality. By carefully choosing our thoughts, words, and actions, we can intentionally create the effects we desire in our lives. But this principle goes beyond personal empowerment. It reveals the interconnectedness of all things. So every action we take affects not just our own lives, but the lives of others and the world at large. This realization calls us to act with greater awareness and consideration for the far-reaching consequences of our choices. Now, let's ponder a question that arises from this understanding. If every effect has a cause, and we can trace causality back indefinitely, how do we reconcile this with the concept of free will? Are our choices truly free, or are they simply the inevitable results of prior causes? This paradox invites us to consider a more nuanced view of free will. Perhaps our freedom lies not in being independent of causality, but in our ability to become conscious of the causal chains we're part of, and to intentionally choose which causes we set in motion. So seventh and final Hermetic principle is the principle of gender. This principle asserts that gender is in everything. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. It's important to note that this principle goes beyond biological sex or social gender roles. It refers to the presence of masculine, active, projective, and feminine, receptive, creative energies in all things. This principle reveals the dynamic interplay of these two energies in the creation and sustenance of all phenomena. In our personal lives, we can see this principle at work in the balance between action and reflection, between asserting our will and remaining open to inspiration. Understanding this principle can help us achieve greater balance in our lives and our creative endeavors. It teaches us that true power comes not from dominance of one energy over the other, but from the harmonious integration of both. Moreover, this principle points to a fundamental unity underlying all apparent duality. The masculine and feminine principles, while distinct, are ultimately two aspects of a single whole. This understanding can help us transcend the illusion of separation and recognize the underlying oneness of all existence. As we integrate these final two principles into our worldview, we're called to a profound shift in how we perceive and interact with reality. We're invited to see ourselves not as isolated individuals, but as integral parts of a vast, interconnected web of cause and effect. We're challenged to recognize and balance the masculine and feminine energies within ourselves and in the world around us. This understanding brings both power and responsibility. If we're constantly setting causes in motion, how can we ensure that our actions contribute positively to the world? How can we balance our ability to shape reality with the wisdom to flow with the natural rhythms and polarities of existence? The integration of these principles offers a pathway to a more conscious, intentional way of living. It empowers us to shape our reality not through force or control, but through alignment with the fundamental laws of the universe. As we master these principles, we become not just inhabitants of reality, but conscious co-creators working in harmony with the cosmic dance of creation. So we conclude our exploration of the Hermetic principles. A final question arises: how might our world transform if more people understood and applied these ancient teachings? What kind of reality could we collectively create? As we conclude our journey through the Hermetic principles, we stand at the threshold of transformation. These ancient teachings offer more than philosophical musings. They provide a practical framework for reshaping our reality. Now, we must ask ourselves, how do we take these profound insights and weave them into the fabric of our daily lives? The true power of the Hermetic principles lies not in their individual application, but in their synergistic integration. Like the alchemists of old, we're called to combine these elements in the crucible of our consciousness, transmuting our understanding into lived experience. Begin by cultivating a heightened awareness of your thoughts and their impact on your reality. Remember the principle of mentalism. Your mind is continuously shaping your experience. Guard your thoughts carefully, nurturing those that align with your deepest values and aspirations. As you move through your day, look for the correspondences between different aspects of your life. Notice how changes in one area ripple out to affect others. This awareness of interconnection can guide your decisions, helping you create positive change more effectively. Pay attention to the vibrations you're emitting and receiving. Are you resonating with the energies you wish to attract? Consciously adjust your frequency through your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Surround yourself with people and environments that vibrate at the level you aspire to reach. Embrace the polarities in your life. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, where is the opportunity hidden within this obstacle? How can I transmute this negative experience into a positive one? Remember, you have the power to shift your position on any spectrum of experience. Flow with the rhythms of life rather than fighting against them. Recognize the cycles in your energy, your relationships, your work. When you're in a trough, trust that a peak will follow. When you're riding high, remain humble and prepare for the inevitable ebb. Take full responsibility for your life, knowing that you are both the cause and the effect of your circumstances. Before acting, consider the potential consequences of your choices. Use this awareness not to become paralyzed by indecision, but to act with greater intention and wisdom. Balance the masculine and feminine energies within yourself. Know when to assert your will and when to remain receptive to the flow of life. Cultivate both strength and softness, action and reflection, logic and intuition. As you integrate these principles, you may find your perception of reality shifting dramatically. The world may appear more fluid, more responsive to your intentions. You might experience a deeper sense of connection to all things, a greater sense of purpose and power. But with this power comes a profound responsibility. As you become more adept at shaping your reality, consider how your choices affect the greater whole. How can you use this wisdom to contribute positively to the world around you? The ultimate goal of Hermetic wisdom is not personal gain or power, but the realization of our true nature as expressions of the divine mind. As you master these principles, you may find yourself transcending the limited ego self and experiencing a profound unity with all of existence. This is the true alchemy, the transformation not just of our circumstances, but of our very being. By living these principles, we become conscious participants in the cosmic dance of creation, co-creators aligned with the highest good of all. So, brave seeker, are you ready to step into the alchemist's crucible? Are you prepared to transmute your understanding into wisdom, your intentions into reality? The power to reshape your world lies within you, waiting to be awakened by the timeless truths of Hermetic wisdom. Remember, this journey of transformation is ongoing. Each day offers new opportunities to apply these principles, to refine your understanding, to expand your consciousness. Embrace this journey with an open heart and a curious mind, and watch as the magic of existence unfolds before you.